Hey Virgo, welcome to March 2019. My name is Colleen and this is my channel Arcana Rising. Please like, share, and subscribe. This is the general overview for March 2019 for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I have all the cards already dealt out and I'm just going to angle the camera down in a moment to show you the spread. And I created a new spread to work with for this month as well. And I also have this headset here with a microphone attached to it to see if the sound will be any better for you guys. So let me know in the comments how it sounds for you. It will help me out a lot along the way. Okay, so there's a lot going on this month, and which is why I'm whoa. I did not mean to do that. I just wanted to like crop out the edges of the cloth. There's going on this month, energetically speaking. So it's really important to take care of ourselves this month especially. We have Mercury retrograde on March 5th. We had the new moon on March 6th. And also Uranus shifted into Taurus, where it's staying in that sign for the next 7 or so years. And it's just major shifts happening this month, and it feels like we're all hitting like a reset button or trying to like emotionally and mentally adjust with the changes that are being presented to us. I talk about it more in depth on my Instagram account, which I definitely recommend you follow, please. It's Arcana Rising. Look for me on Instagram and you'll see I have like new moon vibes, and I've got stuff talking about Mercury retrograde, Uranus and Taurus. I'm making that post today, and you know, all throughout. So I've got lots of tidbits to help guide us on this journey together. So I'm going to end the camera down and we'll take a look at the cards that came out for you this month. Please excuse the cord. I'm going to try to keep it here with my rose quartz crystal. I'm just going to shift this up so we can see everything. And I'll hold the cards closer to the camera as we go through. So Virgo, for the month of March, the theme this month, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like this could be indicating issues in the family sector of life this month, or feelings of security and comfort and support are being brought up this month. It's in reverse, so it's when it's upright, it's talking about like feeling complete, feeling supported, feeling content with life, you know, surrounded by the people that you love, you know, most likely your family, having a strong connection and bond with them, and feeling at ease with your future because you've worked really hard to get to where you are now, and you're feeling like, you know, maybe financially you're feeling at ease or supported, or just physically you're feeling more healthy, you know, things like that. So when it's in reverse, it feels like kind of like the opposite of that, where you're not feeling supported. You're kind of maybe concerned about your finances. There could be rifts in the family relationships. There could be issues in the health department as well. Taking a look at your health is important this month, I feel. And just something coming up that is making you feel not whole, not at ease, unfortunately. So we have the challenge here, and this is the 6 of Pentacles. So I feel like, I wonder, I'm feeling like this is asking you, where are you putting your energy this month? So if your health is being affected this month, maybe you are overextending the amount of energy you're offering to people this month, overexhausting yourself, you know, things to that degree. If this is like a financial issue here, this could be, are you overspending, or are you expecting more from others, maybe in the workplace? So there could be issues with finances, like the balance there, you know, are you, so this is all about like the balance in the giving and the receiving here, which is why I'm talking about energy. You know, like, are you overextending yourself, or are you restricting yourself? You know, so these are the challenges that are coming up this month to really pay attention to. And let's see what the rest. So this is a spread that I came up with for this month. This is what I'm calling the earth element, like how the energy of earth is really affecting Virgo this month. And when I'm referring to earth, I'm talking about like career, finances, health, you know, things to that degree. And it feels like health, career, finances are being affected this month, definitely. So I'm not really surprised that I'm seeing the Nine of Swords here in the earth position for this spread. And this is like sleepless nights, lots of anxiety, you know, doing what Virgos do best in terms of their worst habits, which is worrying, you know, just worrying to a degree that's, you know, it's just wasting your energy in, you know, with your overactive mind, basically, because you can't really control or change anything when you when you worry. You're just overexerting the energy in the mental realm, and it seems like it's pouring into the physical realm for you, like how it's presenting itself in your external environment is through depletion. You know, are you overexerting yourself mentally, and is it pouring out into the physical realm, presenting itself to you in that way? You know, is it showing you that you are depleting your bank account, or you're, you know, depleting your health? Are your family ties or are your personal relationships being affected? Like, is there neglect in those areas because you are exerting so much energy in the mind this month? Which isn't really surprising, because we are in Mercury retrograde, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury as well. So especially in the beginning of Mercury retrograde, I feel like in the beginning of Mercury retrograde and towards the end of Mercury retrograde is when you're going to feel it the most, because it's like you're shifting your energy with the changes, basically, like trying to adjust with the new vibration and trying to adjust when it leaves. So I feel like this is going to be something that comes up strongly in the beginning and the end of the month of March, and, you know, could be just continuous throughout, but more to the extremes during those times. So this is the air section of the spread, talking about the mental aspect of the self and how we communicate with others, how we are receiving ideas, and yeah, just communication, ideas, inspiration, and just any other mental aspects of the self. So we have two cards here. We have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and we have the Two of Pentacles also in reverse. And I feel like there's a strong desire for clarity this month, but I feel like you're not going to get it if you are out of balance. And I feel like that's what it's kind of saying here. Like, when you are physically out of balance, it pours into the mental aspects of the self, and kind of like puts it in overdrive, especially this month, which is going to make it even more difficult to understand or understand what's going on. It's going to be more difficult to make sense of things. You may be just having these mental blocks and not really understanding why. And I feel like this is telling you exactly why. You know, maybe you're too overly focused in one area of your life than the other. The balance is off here. The balance is off. This is where we need to be. I mean, like, overall, I feel like this is what we should really be paying attention to this month, Virgo, is staying balanced. You know, self-care, taking care of yourself first, of your health, of your, you know, what, you know, how much energy you're putting into certain areas of your life and how little energy you're putting into other areas of your life, and seeing how you can, you know, compromise that energy and, like, you know, find a middle ground there. Because I feel like when you're out of balance, like, there could be solutions coming to you, but it's not being received because, like, your body is, you know, or your body is, like, in a way kind of rejecting it right now because so much energy is being placed in an area that is wasting energy, you know what I mean? Like, you could be putting energy into downloading these solutions, but you're focused on things that you can't control, things that, things that you can't control. Or fears, you know, potential fears, the unknown. So there's going to be, like, there's a potential for a lot of anxiety and depression this month, just because, you know, if you are not taking care of yourself physically, it's going to pour into the mental aspects and, you know, present itself as anxiety and as depression. It has the potential for that, basically. You know, I'm not really a fan of this reading so far, and I'm sure you guys aren't either. I like to, you know, give some really positive messages here, but I think the positive message here is, like, you have the capability of managing your own energy and your, you know, your physical self, and that's where it, in turn, you know, translates into the rest of your being, you know, to calm the mind and everything else. So that's where we really need to be paying attention to. We have the fire aspect this month. How is fire energy affecting Virgo in March 2019? And for me, the fire represents your passions, your aspirations, your achievements, your goals, your intentions this month. And the moon card is very interesting because it does speak to having a very strong intuition, but it also, you know, the depictions on the card are very, like, confusing and can be representations of your fears. You know, working with, you know, the conscious, like, the tamed self, the wild self, and then, like, the depths of the self, you know, the subconscious, because we have this lobster coming out of the water, and we have a wolf here and a dog. So it's kind of like working with all of these energies, you know, at the precipice of a gateway here. So it's kind of like there's a portal opening here that presents to you these energies, you know, all at once, which, when it comes all at once, it can come up as your fears, you know what I mean? But I feel like those fears are coming up for a reason, through your intuition is kind of signaling something to you that needs to be looked at, that you normally wouldn't be looking at. Like the moon is shining its light on these areas of yourself that need to be addressed. So I feel like maybe you're battling between your intuitive self and your mental self, trying to make sense of what's coming up within you. And maybe that's what's causing the stress. And maybe what's coming up is whatever is tied to your feelings of security, whatever is tied to your personal definition of family life, and your personal definition of what support means to you as well. So those could be presenting itself as, your own fears coming up this month, or it could be triggering your fears this month because maybe something's going on that's triggering those fears to present themselves to you, to be looked at again, and maybe you're struggling to look at them, and it's like pouring into, creating stress, in the mind, and then pouring into the body aspect, your physicality. So it's kind of like muddying up where, like, your aspirations. You may be feeling, unmotivated. You may not be feeling like ready to charge ahead with, your goals and your dreams and things like that this month. So it's, it's important to just be, especially in Pisces season and having this recent new moon in Pisces. It's like double dreamy time where it's hard to decipher what's real and what's not, and it's hard to make sense of things, especially with Mercury retrograde throwing its energy in the mix. So it feels like stop trying to make sense of things right now and just let things be. Take care of your body, take care of yourself first, and then you can take care of whatever else is going on here this month. So in the water aspect position, we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the water section for me talks about your emotions, love, and relationships. And it feels like there's a missed opportunity here in terms of support, in terms of health. I feel like maybe the emotions are blocking the emotions or the issues coming up in regards to relationships is blocking your abundance, coming in, because you are a very abundant sign. You have the capability to provide for yourself, when you set that intention. But I feel like it's being blocked this month because of the emotions and the rifts that are coming up this month. And that's okay, because it's really calling you to take care of other areas of your life first. So I would say with the new moon and with the full moon coming up too, setting the intention to release those fears around, whatever's coming up for you this month. Releasing those fears around, dealing with the reality of your situation this month. I feel like that's something that is really important to, set the intention for, like plant that seed for having the strength to, having the strength to see things through in whatever this situation is that's coming up this month. Could be family life, could be your financial or career, it could be all of those combined, because they all, they could all be affected, but there's probably one main issue here that is just creating, you know, like a ripple effect almost into other areas of your life this month. So setting the intention for the strength to see things through. And when I say to have the strength to see things through, it's like having the energetic balance within the self, you know, having the, you know, ability to take care of your body and take care of your mind as you continue through this month. This could also be talking about, you know, not seeing a solution to a situation maybe because you haven't made a decision on what it is you're trying to do at this time, because we have this oracle card coming up saying make a decision, you know, and this energy could also be talking about making a decision, especially since it's in the air section of the spread, or the inability to make a decision, especially when combined with the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I feel like maybe this is something that you're really stressing over this month that's making everything else difficult. And I feel like once you decide on what it is that you're doing, that's when these, you know, I feel like that's when the emotions calm down. That's when the mind chat calms down. And that's when this Ace of Pentacles has the potential to turn itself right side up and present to you the support that you need to see that decision through. And this could be, and I feel like it's going to be more of like an emotional support at first, but it can also present itself in physical form as well through other people, you know, the support of other people, friendships, you know, those relationships that you hold dear to you are going to be presenting themselves to you this month. Additional support through whatever this decision is. The other oracle card that came up here is assurance. And I just heard there's a reason for every season, saying that, like, you know, there's a timing to everything and there's a reason for everything. So, you know, with, you know, the fact that you can't really control, maybe you're struggling with this inability to control whatever the situation is, you know, it's saying there's a reason why you aren't able to do that. There's a reason why you don't have the ability to control the situation, because it's all a part of life, you know. Everything has its cycle, and it's kind of reminding you of this. And in the divine timing of things, it's like you will have the answers when you're supposed to have those answers. You know, things will work out the way that they're meant to, in accordance with the ways of the world, in accordance with the cycles of the season, in accordance with the universe's will, you know what I mean? Which can be a little bit frustrating for an earth sign, not being able to control, you know, certain physical aspects in the world all the time. And it's kind of, there's like a need for surrender really this month with this energy. It's like, decide on how you want this month to go. You know, if you're sitting on the fence with a decision, make that decision this month. And that's when, you know, you'll feel the energy calm down. But it's like, decide and then surrender. Decide what you are, you know, where you're willing to place your energy this month. Decide on how you want to approach this month. Decide on whatever this situation is calling you to decide on. And then once you make that decision, you just surrender to the will of the universe, basically. Doesn't mean that you don't do anything at that point, but you just, you know, you give up the parts of the situation that you don't have any control over to the universe and just say, okay, you take care of this and I'll take care of what I can take care of. And, you know, so be it. I think I want to just clarify this Ace of Pentacles in reverse before we wrap things up here, just for some additional information. And that is crazy. We got the Nine of Swords here again, and it's like it's the mind is really affecting everything this month. I feel the fears that are coming up are pouring into the mental aspects of the self, and you know, affecting everything else physically, your ability to make decisions and your ability to receive this month. So it's really important for you to take care of yourself. You know, if you got to take, you know, call out of work for a few days, you know, say you're sick, whatever you got to do, and just, you know, just be with the energy and nurture yourself in whatever feels best for you. I feel, yeah, I do feel like this is saying you're missing opportunities because you're so overly focused on whatever you're stressing and worrying about. But I feel like once you decide on whatever it is that you have to decide on, I feel like this is going to turn around and turn into support for you with whatever it is that you're going through. You know, people are going to present themselves to you to offer support, or, you know, you may be offered financial support, emotional support, things to that degree. But this being in the water position, it's probably more along the lines of an emotional support from friends, family, loved ones, things to that degree. So this is a very interesting month. Lots of self-care. Like, I cannot stress that enough. You know, paying attention to where your energy is being placed this month, and just taking care of yourself more than anything else. Okay, Virgo? I send you so much love. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Please let me know how these how the cards are presenting themselves in your life during this month. And yeah, please like, share, and subscribe. Please follow me on Instagram at Arcana Rising. And I send you so much love this month, and I will see you in April. Thank you so much. Take care.